Biafra, superstars, media.
A human being being sliced into two. Can you imagine such a thing? Biafra is going to emerge as a nation. You know, despite the support of Britain, Russia, Egypt, and some other friends of Nigeria, we all will surely come out as a nation because we are fighting a just cause. Even a little child on the street will tell you this. We shall never go back to Nigeria again. God's grace will surely emerge as a nation. And so, as far as this war continues, we'll fight to the last man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency Mazi Ekpa Simon Njoku. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone from here, from my end. I'm on location. This is a historic month, a month that we are expecting the dragon fire over the enemies of Biafra. The fire will be raised to the highest since the launch of the Biafra Liberation Army. And everybody know that now we are in a different phase of this liberation to make sure our land, our women and children are protected at all costs. The Nigeria you see today, you shall see no more. I want everybody to understand that we know exactly what we're doing. When Nnamdi Kanu was captured from Kenya, what we did was to make sure that the kidnap become very expensive. We started a plan to make sure that the kidnap is very, very expensive and very useless. And today, we have achieved that. Not only that we achieved that, we went further to make sure that the reason why he was kidnapped were never achieved. The only reason why Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya is to end Biafra, to end anything about Biafra. And in case, if they did not end anything about Biafra, and there are still remnants of people agitating for Biafra, people like you and me, the second plan, what is their plan B, was that they will convert everybody to start agitating for the release of Nnamdi Kanu and abandon Biafra. That was the plan. And because we know their plan, and because I studied Nigeria very well, I did not come to this particular agitation by mistake. I studied Nigeria very, very well, like I graduated studying Nigeria. And ever since I was part of the Nigeria system, I was praying that God will give me opportunity to deal with Nigeria in the process of liberating Biafra. In as much as bad as it sounds, I would say the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu created that particular room for God to use me to deal with Nigeria. And I have not started. Everything they have done to our people, we will give them back 100-fold. And you can see that today. So what happened was that they kidnapped him, and the idea is so that everybody will talk about him, releasing him, and we know this particular plan they have. And I stood one place, I was observing everything for over 6 months to make sure that I am convinced before stepping up the game. First of all, I understand that the powerhouse of Nigeria economy is in the Southeast. Many of you do not understand why we insisted on sit at home. Many of you don't understand, as I'm talking to you today, there is no economics, there is no expert, financial expert, economics expert anywhere in the world that will tell you the solution of Nigeria economic problem. Nobody. As I'm talking to you today, nobody in Nigeria, nobody in Europe, nobody in America, nobody anywhere in the world that will tell you this is where the problem of the economy of Nigeria is coming from. And this is the solution. Because we studied Nigeria, the system, the economic power, the economic system, what boosts the economy of Nigeria, we studied it. You know, they used to tell you that Lagos is generating 300 billion or whatever. They tell you that one river is generating this one and generating the one. The economic power of Nigeria is from the southeast. Everything happening in Nigeria, southeast is the one that define, project, policy, how Nigeria economy booms. This is the secret. And I'm saying this for the very first time.
Yes.
Since this whole thing started.
Yes.
This is the first time I'm saying this.
Yes.
And many people do not understand the reason why we insisted on the sit at home. One is that Biafra are self-made. The self-made of Biafra on the economic and the trade powers the economy of every region in Nigeria. So any day you interfere the business happening in Biafra land by the Biafra people, you are attacking the regions, other regions. Because the business coming from Biafra land and Biafra people are the one powering other region in Nigeria. You do not understand this, but you know, the enemy that has fought this particular struggle since the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu, the enemy that has fought sit at home, understand this very well. That is why they have done everything. We stand on our ground. Many of you do not understand why Shetima came to the southeast. The reason why we did not disturb them was to create that room for them to expose themselves. Otherwise, we will not allow them to sit and have meeting for 1 hour. I am telling you the fact. Any day, we don't want them to sit anywhere in any, we will attack them. I'm not saying it hiding. We will attack them anywhere they gather, but we didn't do it because we want to give that opportunity for them to expose themselves. And Shetima indeed exposed himself, exposed that particular thing I know and learned about Nigeria, which is Southeast, is the powerhouse of Nigeria economy. And you know what he said? He said, Nigeria economy can never be good until we fix Southeast. He said, Nigeria, once they fix Southeast, they fix Nigeria economy. Many people don't understand that. You don't understand why that thing is coming. They know the truth. And that fixing the economy is to stop the sit at home. I am telling you the fact. Any day they succeed in stopping the sit at home, you see Nigeria economy bounce back. But they tell you, you are the one losing. Today, as much as people are suffering in other parts of Nigeria, protesting, Ndi Igbo that have been sitting at home for the past 3 years, for over 3 years now, no matter how hard, people are still feeding 2 times and 3 times a day. The sit at home, when they sit at home, has not crashed everybody's economy in the Southeast. I said, how much are you getting? In 2021, how much are you making every month when you go to shop, when you do your businesses? It does not affect you. I said, those people that are bringing their money to buy things on Monday, if they don't come on Monday, they will come on Sunday. If they don't come on Sunday, they will come on Tuesday. But they have done everything black. Tell you how the thing is. Forget it. You are not losing anything. The government, Nigeria economy is losing. And not only that, the economy of Nigeria has crashed because of the sit at home, but also it is creating these particular loopholes for the multinational corporation companies to flee. Because those companies that are not even having presence in the Southeast are being powered by the people of the Southeast. Anywhere you are, if you like, let your headquarters be in Sokoto, and you are a business person or a business company or a multinational corporation that is doing business in Nigeria. It does not matter where you are. The people that are powering that your business are people from the Southeast. And everything is connected there. I am telling you the fact. That is why every person that wants Nigeria to go down must support sit at home. Because it creates insecurity, it creates fear, it creates the loopholes, it delegitimizes the terrorist government, it makes them look stupid in the international community, it makes people to lose trust on them, it makes the investors to run away, to know that Nigeria has become an anarchy state, it makes everybody who have invested in Nigeria to lose trust on Nigeria. That is our goal. We have achieved it. That's why many companies are folding up. Because apart from the fact that we have attacked the economy from the powerhouse, which is the Southeast, the people have lost confidence. Not only Biafrans losing confidence, the people who are coming in the name of they want to invest have lost confidence in the security, they have lost some confidence in the structure, they have lost confidence in the economy, they have lost confidence in everything. So what do? They will fold up and leave. And some of them are not living completely. They structure their system, their businesses in a way they can leave something and go out to start watching from outside how it will go. And that is the reason why this sit at home must increase. The next attack on the economy is that we are going to adopt Friday. Not only that, to make sure that those who will understand that Biafra define who worships in their own territory and the mode of worship. We have only 3 religions: the Christianity, traditional, and Jewish religion. Any other religion is not welcome until Biafra has been restored and defended. We are now going to decide whether we are going to allow, whether the law of Biafra will create room for any other religion. So Friday is our next target. Every Friday. I want Biafrans to understand that this is a price that you must pay. It's a must. You pay this price because it is better than bombs and aeroplane throwing bomb everywhere. We have tried the war, conventional war. We know that during that time there were no social media. We don't have the media presence, and everything was propaganda, and it ended the way it ended. We've learned our lesson from there. Now we are better. Not only that, we are now in different parts of the world, contributing intellectually to the government of our various countries, contributing in development to the government of our different countries, and we want to take it back. Not only that we want to wait until Biafra come, we have applied the sense, the experiences, the skills we have learned in the liberation phase of Biafra. That's why we are ahead of them. So by the time Biafra come, when we bring these skills together, these professions together, Biafra will overtake many nations within 5 years. But for us to succeed, we must wear leather, iron skin. When this thing started, the attack started on me, I told you people, if it is about me, forget it. Nothing is going to break me down. I am telling you the fact. I am ready for the times 100 of what I have faced so far to come. I will stand them. I know what I was made of. I know why I joined Biafra struggle.
Yes,
and I know what I have went through before joining the Biafra struggle. I did not come for Biafra struggle for any other thing than to make history and to liberate Biafra people.
Yes.
I want to be part of those that you are going to be reading about, those who liberated their people. I want to be in the forefront of that history. That is what brought me here. And whatever it is going to cost for me to achieve this dream,
yes, sir,
I'm doing it.
And
it's not a dream of selfish interest. It's not a dream of anything but a dream to make history and to make this world a better place.
I don't follow you.
My first speech ever made in my political life in Finland in 2012, when I was called upon by my party to make a speech on the board of the council in my city. The first thing that I said, which was very, today I wouldn't say that, but the first thing, but I was saying it from my mind. The first thing that came out of my mind, of my mouth here, was, I am Simon Ekpa. I joined this political party and I want to learn something and I want to take it back to my country to change a lot of things.
Oh my
God. Instead of saying that I want to be part of this political party to contribute in the development of this country where I'm living. I'm telling you, this was what I said, and I did not regret saying it. I didn't even say anything wrong. I didn't even say anything wrong in it.
At all.
But as time goes on, when I went deeper into politics here, I was like, did I actually make, because that was historic, it was something I will never forget. How can you come to join people in politics and all you are thinking about is how to learn to go to your country to develop them? But that was the speech I made. And many people clapped, and many people may not like it. But today, that dream is manifesting. And it is not going to end here. Like I said, I promised Biafra people, we are going to bring Finland to Biafra.
Yes.
We will make sure we modify everything that is going to work for us. Not just about bringing Finland. The system we are bringing so far, or we have brought so far, will tell you how Biafra will be. Igbo people say, Aneju isisearo.
Amarotonshi.
I don't know how they say it. So what I'm trying to say is that Nigeria is in our palm, and you cannot fight your enemy and succeed without knowing how to win your enemy. That is one of the secrets we have. So we know Nigeria very well. We know where to get Nigeria, and they will fall. And that's why when this economy of Nigeria is going down, we decided to provide alternative to our people.
Yes.
The alternative as the Naira is crashing, because from what we are doing, believe me, Naira before the end of this year, before our declaration, Naira will go to 5,000. Go and mark my word.
Yes.
Naira will go to 5,000 Naira per $1. And like I said, there is no solution whatsoever that can fix Nigeria economy. Don't mark my word. There is no so long as this particular economic stagnation is happening in the Southeast, there is no solution. Nobody can revive this economy. I am saying it here, record this thing and post it. I said there is no solution to this particular economic woes that have before Nigeria, which we created. I am proudly saying it because I know the secret from the beginning. That's why we attack them from the seat at home. So there is no solution. And when I'm telling you that it is going to go to 5,000, believe me, so long as the Monday sit at home continues every Monday, the economy, this Naira will go to even 6,000. Believe me, I am telling you the fact. This is just the third year from 600 Naira to 700 Naira to 800 Naira. And you think that they are, not only that the sit at home is crashing the economy, because I know some people are going on space and they're asking, what is the sit at home? What have you achieved? I am telling them now what we have achieved. What we achieved, that we have crashed the economy of Nigeria. Not only that, we have proven that Nigeria representative in Biafra land do not have the control over the people. We have proven that they have lost the legitimacy. They have lost every territorial integrity to Biafra. We are proving that the Biafra people are not loyal to Nigerian government. Forget all this, their shenanigan propaganda that, oh, people are afraid. If people are afraid, provide security for them. If you think that they are afraid. And if you cannot provide security for them, you have lost everything. You are not worthy to be called a government. I have said it in one of the Nigeria space. If you think that Simon Ekpa is bad, then go and hold your government response. It means your government are not living up to expectation. So what I'm saying is that we must know the weakness of our enemy and attack it. And once you identify the weakness of your enemy, don't stop make sure you hold it very, very tight there. Hold that particular place, never leave it until you defeat your enemy. And that's what we're going to do. So as we are planning, we are making sure that we are attaching the knot to make sure we crash everything about Nigeria, from the oil to the production of anything that is going to power the economy. And then we go through this process. We are also providing alternative. Like now we have launched the Biafra digital currency called the Biafra coin, Ejima. Ejima, you know, a lot of people are calling different names. A lot of people say Ejima, a lot of people say Ejema. We must know the right pronunciation, because this is what is going to come to the stock exchange, the global stock exchange. We are not even going to go to the stock exchange at this point. We'll make sure that there is investment. People are investing in the Biafra coin and official USBT. As you are having the USDT, one USBT will be equal to one USDT. This is that you can't get anything better than that. And it is all skills, experiences, professions of the Biafra people all over the world coming together to be very innovative, to build what you see today, the kind of government structure you see today. If we can be able to do this in exile, you can imagine what it will be when independence finally comes. And let me tell you, a lot of people who are not supporting this freedom today will regret. You know, some people will say, you can never get your freedom when you don't have the politicians being part of it. The system of Nigeria make it impossible for any politician in Nigeria to be part of your struggle. So that you must know. And if you are in this Biafra liberation for many years and you don't identify this particular point, it means that you are not worthy to be calling yourself a freedom fighter. Because the system of Nigeria can never allow anybody to fight and support you. So it means that you don't even know what you're doing. So we, the Biafra government, understand that Nigeria is a system that can never allow anybody into the government to support anything that will break up Nigeria. So that's why we are fighting it the way we are fighting it. And this is the only way. We created this particular mechanism that will break up Nigeria. And let me tell you, after the declaration of Biafra, the game will change. We have not declared. After the declaration of Biafra, everything we are going to be targeting is anything the presence of Nigeria government in Biafra land will be destroyed. We will destroy them until even the governors will not have government house. I am telling you the fact. After that, we will rebuild our cities. Governor Soludo will run away from Anambra. Like, you know, some of them are telling me to come back to and sit at home or to come back to Nigeria. They are not even living in the Biafra land.
Oh yeah, wow.
Even the one they call Hope Uzodinma, who is living in Abuja, he said, come and sit at home with us. He can't come to Biafra land, to Imo State, during the sit at home. All of them are running away. We have not declared, though. We are still in deliberation. By the time we declare Biafra this year, believe me, every resources we have, every penny we have will be channeled to making sure that no governor will be sleeping in Biafra land. These are the people who have sponsored the killing of our people, killing of our women and children, destruction of our property, making life miserable for our people. We will make sure we don't give them peace.
No.
And every resources that is being generated from this struggle will be channeled to buying arms and ammunition to make sure our city, our towns, our villages are sealed.
Yes.
So everybody must understand this. And let me tell you, we are ready to fight this guerrilla warfare as long as possible. We are ready to fight it even 5 years. But at the end of the day, Biafra will come.
Yes.
Because the declaration will be recorded, and by the time the delegitimization, the guerrilla warfare, and the defense of Biafra land will start by December. Those who did not listen to us will look for us.
Exactly.
Those who think we were joking will know how serious. Believe me, by the time you begin to hear boom in government house in Ebonyi State, and the next day the governor is out running to Abuja. And as you are running to Abuja, the terrorist is looking for you there. Abuja is no longer safe.
Yes.
They are kidnapping them in their houses in Abuja. By the time you are running to Lagos, the bandits are waiting for you there. I am telling you the fact. Because the more we are neutralizing them in the east, the more they are looking for them in Abuja. And let me tell you, this is something God has done. You don't know what God has done. We are taking advantage of God's plan for our people, for our freedom. We're not going to miss target. So why now the upsurge of terrorists in other parts of Nigeria, Biafra liberation will rise like a flame. As the people who are so responsible, killing our people are running away from Biafra land, they are hunting them in Abuja. It is going to happen. This year, so my people, last December, maybe the last December, these criminals will enjoy in Biafra land. The declaration is this year.
Yes.
And the heat will be too much.
Yes.
If you know you have not supported this Biafra liberation, it is now you do. Let me tell you, people that you needed to restore a country is not the entire millions of people. You need just few people to pilot the affair, and that's what is happening.
Yes.
It will shock all of you. We will force you all to this freedom. You are just one person. Only 0.000% are the one controlling everything in Nigeria. You can never outnumber us. The result of the self-referendum will shock the world. By the time we release the result of the self-referendum in Finland, you know, it will ring. That one is another bell on its own. So we have the templates to restore Biafra. Not tomorrow now, they will tell you, Samaneta want to declare Biafra in November or December. Oh, you don't declare them or what? We are ready to declare it, and after declaring it, we are going to fight. And if the fight is going to take us 5 years, we are ready. It's going to take us 10 years, we are ready. It's going to take us 20 years, we are ready. That's where we are, and you must make up your mind. But before that happens, we must crash the economy of Nigeria. And we have between now and October this year to make sure that this economy, that $1 will be 5,000 naira before October. That's where we are. So my people in Canada, I thank you all for your support. I want to see more, better, organized Canada the next time I visit. I want to see more people from Canada being part of this liberation. You cannot continue to be in Canada all your life. We have a better future. You can never attain your potential, your highest potential in Canada.
Never.
No matter how brilliant, no matter how educated, no matter how you are in Canada, whatever you are today is not your best.
Yes.
You must know this, that your best will only be achieved in Biafra.
Yes.
Your potential can only be attained in Biafra land.
Yes.
The indigenous mechanism, the indigenous policy in your own country, in your own mother and fatherland is the only place where you can attain to your potential.
Yes.
Many of you today may have the possibility to be the highest inventor in the world. You have not done it. Maybe you have done small. You think that you have arrived. No. In Biafra, the government of Biafra will give you the opportunity to excel and attain your highest potential.
Yes.
And the time is now. We must fight for it. If it is not you, your children, maybe you did not, you are not in a position to achieve that particular potential, but then you give the opportunity to your children and your grandchildren to be part of that potential that you did not achieve in your own time. Create this opportunity for them to live a better life, like in Canada,
Yes.
so that people can come to Biafra land like we are going to different parts of the world. This is what the Western world, America, and everybody is scared of. But you see, they cannot stop us anymore. We have come to know what they know.
Yes.
And we did not beg them. They were the one teaching us. They were the one telling us how to live, how to be civilized. We have learned it. And we want to take this civilization back. They tell us what is freedom. We don't know what is freedom, right? They say that is a human right. We learn the human right. And that's why Samaneta is shouting, and nobody can touch me. What I'm doing today is to fight for my people. I learned it from them.
Yes.
They tell us that there is a freedom of speech. I am doing that, exercising that freedom of speech. We do not know what is freedom of speech in Africa. Okay? They say there is democracy. We started democracy, but we don't know the name is democracy. They say it is democracy. We want to lend that democracy in their own way, and we want to take it back to our own, and start our own life and be like them. So everything we are doing today is something they have taught us, and we have learned it. So why can't we be like them? It is not about skin. Anybody that tells you it's about skin is a lie. It is because you are not courageous enough to confront what is confronting you. It is because you are not brave enough to confront what is confronting you.
Yes.
These people, these white people confronted their problem, they fought their problem, they fought what was confronting them, and they won.
Yes.
And today, some of them have become your problem. So confront them intellectually and otherwise. That's what we are doing today. Nobody can stop Biafra from coming. We know how to fight these people. And that is the mechanism we are using. So forget the all those people shouting. This normal thing that people will shout. Not everybody will support the freedom. In Finland today, there are people that are ready to vote for Finland to join Russia back. It is a human choice. You can never change it. There are people that are not happy that Finland is not supporting Russia. That is human beings. You can't change it. But that does not mean you cannot do the right thing when you see it. That does not mean you cannot fight for the right justice when you see it. And what we are fighting for is the right for survival. Our survival is in big threat. Our culture is in big threat. We must preserve our culture. Culture is the way of life of people. Any people without culture has perished. And what they are trying to do is to wipe out our culture, and so that we have no value. We will never allow that to happen. Our culture must be preserved. Our existence must be protected. And our life must be protected as well.
Yes, sir.
That's where we are today. So when anybody tell the person to go to hell, you know what you are fighting for.
Yes.
You know your right. And that right is what you are protecting. It is enshrined in every international instrument, from the UN Charter to any government, any country in the world have that right enshrined in their constitution. And that's what we're doing. We are not going to fight any ethnic group. We're not going to fight any group in Nigeria. We are fighting Nigerian government and fighting their terrorist army. And every forces that carry gun, we are fighting them. We will never use our gun against any individuals. We never use our gun against any group. We never use our guns against any ethnic group. Our guns goes directly to those who wear military uniform, police uniform, DSS, custom, any uniform that carries gun in Nigeria to kill our people, who have killed our people for many years. And this our brother called Kashmir Opara is a survivor of the Abbas shooting, where they reported 150% killed. But he is here as a witness, eyewitness, saying that people that died there were more than 150. And everybody knows that. But Amnesty International reported 150. For no reason. Nobody has gotten justice till today. No family of those 150 so reported has gotten justice till this day. Nobody. Nobody has been arrested. No police officer has been arrested. Nobody has been prosecuted till this day. But you know what? It's a sacrifice that Biafra has made.
Yes.
This Biafra government has taken responsibility. Anybody that is killed, we will revenge it. What we are doing today is to make sure that those people they killed in cold blood, their death is being revenged.
Yes.
We're going to defend our land, and it will never happen again. That's why we are taking the measures we are taking today, making sure that we attack the economy of Nigeria, destroy it, crash it, and make sure that at the end of the day, Nigeria will crumble. By the time we start to fight them, there will be no money anywhere to purchase arms to fight us. Thank you, people, and again, I will rest my case here. Thank you. May God bless you.
Oh my God!
Yeah, well,
My fellow Biafrans, boys and girls, men and women, our foreign observers, our neighbors from the Yoruba side, Middle Belt, ladies and gentlemen, now you heard it. You have heard from our Prime Minister, a man who has stuck to his guns, a man who has stuck to his words, Since the year 2021, we came with a sit at home because he knew the blueprint he was working with. All the naysayers out there who insulted him to say the sit at home was not working. They said the sit at home was ineffective. They said he was punishing the people of Biafra with a sit at home. But before your eyes, you can see what is happening in the zoo media. You can see what is happening in that zoo country. The zoo economy is gone. The Nigerian economy is falling, as someone told me. They said it's not yet gone, but it is falling. Like the London Bridge, it is falling down. Lord have mercy. My fellow Biafrans, I want to assure you that the sit at home is a very, very effective tool. At a time of warfare, you must learn to have a disciplined army and a disciplined people. If you have a disciplined army, victory is assured up to an extent. But if you can have a disciplined people, then I can assure you that your victory is guaranteed. It is a bonus. Before your eyes, you can see what is happening all across the country called Nigeria. The economic hardship, the economic strangulations happening all across that zoo. Because the people out there, they are not disciplined. Their stomach is not disciplined. They cannot discipline their flesh. Now there is hardship. There is poverty in the land. The economy is dwindling. The naira is going down. The dollar is going up. Their purchasing power is low. Their minimum wage is low. Their take-home pay every month is low. But the price of goods and services are going up. A time when even the so-called middle class, with the savings they have in the bank, they cannot hold on anymore. They are now doing what they call the Japa syndrome. Japa means to run away, to go on exile, a self-imposed exile, to run away from your zoo country and go abroad. The middle belt, they could afford to do that because they have some money in their accounts. But the lower class, those that are down and trodden, those without any means of survivals, those who move from day to day, those who move from paycheck to paycheck, those who survive every week with the hope of having the next paycheck, those who go to their pastors, those who go to churches, and they get that opium through prayer. Because prayer is like a drug. The pastor pray to them and tell them they are preaching the gospel of prosperity. Through those prayers, they kind of cope and hold on, linger on till the end of the month to get the mega paycheck they pay them, just to survive for 2 to 3 weeks. Those are the ones being affected by the economic strangulation imposed by the Biafran government. What is happening in Nigeria is as a result of the economic strangulation imposed by the Biafra government. I will explain it to you today. For some of you who are gullible, you don't want to give the praise to our Prime Minister Mazi Ekpa Simon Njoku for the policy of the economic strangulation he has imposed on that zoo called Nigeria. You see, when you look at the sit at home every Monday, there is something called the supply chain. Supply chain is something that is very, very important. Because when you're looking at the demand and supply for goods and services, on the aggregate level, it means on the average, when you look at what is happening, the ins and outs, when you look at the level of how Nigerian government was operating before the introduction of the sit at home. As a supply chain analyst, I understand the rudiments, the fundamental of the power of demand and supply. And when there is a weak link in your supply chain, when your supply chain becomes ineffective because every Monday you are losing a basic level or a major level of demand or supply, because don't forget, in that zoo called Nigeria, when it comes to business with the Biafrans, we are number one. So when people are expecting a supply or a service to come through a supply chain on a Monday, but because there is sit at home Monday, they cannot afford to complete that task. They cannot afford to complete that project because there is a break or a miscommunication in the supply chain. So every Monday supply chain has been affected in that zone called Nigeria, because sometimes when you want to get a good or service for a customer, if you are based in Kanu, if you are based in Kaduna, if you are based in Bauchi, even in the Middle Belt or the Southwest, I don't care. Anywhere you are based, to complete a service, oh my God, and you need that product on a Monday from the land of Biafra. Sometimes you start your journey on a Sunday. Some people, they leave their homes in the midnight on a Saturday just to get a service on a Monday. So what you see us doing in the land of Biafra, what you see the government of Biafra imposing in that sit at home, it means that man who has that plan to leave his home, to leave Bauchi, to leave all the whole states, any states you want to name, they need to leave their state on time to come and buy those goods in the land of Biafra. Unfortunately, they cannot plan ahead, because you cannot leave on Sunday and assume you are coming to the land of Biafra to buy on a Monday, because there are no goods for you to buy. So it is affecting, the fluidity. It means the movement of demand and supply. They cannot meet their expectations. That is what they call the economic strangulations. My Prime Minister, at this point, I also will love to implore you. I would love to appeal that now that the Zunaira is going down, they are now hoping, the man they call Cardoso, the so-called CBN government or governor, whatever his name is, he is now hoping that the inflow of Forex, foreign exchange from abroad, will still come into Nigeria and give them some leeway to have some foreign exchange. My Prime Minister, I'm going to say this in the public. I will say this in the public. I know I should have come to you in the private, but I will say this in the public. For those who are into stock exchange markets, sometimes a stock might be doing good. A stock in a market might be doing great, going up, going to the moon, as they say. But suddenly, there is a lack of confidence in that stock. Suddenly, there is a situation affecting that stocks. It affects the confidence. It affects the stability of that stock. It affects the velocity of that stock. And suddenly the stock starts to go down. I see the Nigerian economy like a stock. The CBN government or the governor, by mistake, it slipped through his mouth where he said they are expecting more Forex from Biafrans living abroad, or from Nigerians, they say, living abroad. My PM, it is time to nail the coffin of that zoo called Nigeria. It is time to nail the coffin of the economy of that zoo called Nigeria. Today I will speak in the public. My Prime Minister, if it is possible, I would say we start a 30 days prayer. I will call it a prayer where no Biafran will send a penny to that zoo called Nigeria. It will affect the confidence in the economy. It will affect the velocity or the transaction of Forex in that economy. Forex, I mean the dollar, the pounds, the euro, the yen, whatever currency they're expecting. When they don't see the normal flow, the normal velocity, the normal expectations of flow, there will be panic in the economy of that so-called Nigeria. There will be tension in the economy. There will be too many hands chasing a very few Forex. Oh my God. And you know what happens when there are so many hands chasing few goods? You know what will happen? It will lead to a price hike. A price hike means a continuous offshoot of the price. The price will be going up for dollars. Suddenly, we all said by the end of that year, this year, the dollar might hit 5,000 naira. But the moment there is panic, there is tension, there is less confidence in the inflow of Forex, I tell you, my Prime Minister, the economy of that zoo called Nigeria will crumble. And the Nigeria you know today, you shall know no more. The Nigeria you see today, you shall see no more. Because they have refused to allow the children of God to exit that country, because they have they have connived against the children of the sun. We the Biafrans, we are children of the sun. I don't see why we shall keep on supporting that zoo called Nigeria, because we are the ones doing business abroad. We are the ones they sent on economic exile. They made us to leave that country called Nigeria to go abroad, because we cannot control our oil. We cannot control our gold, our uranium, our californium, all the resources in the land. We the Biafrans, not even in the government of that. We don't even partake in the government. There are no jobs for us in that country called Nigeria. So technically they told us it is either you stay in Nigeria and become jobless or die in the process. You Biafrans, you will not partake in the economy of Nigeria. So what they did was to send us on economic exile. Suddenly you see the Biafrans all across the whole world. Every country you check in that world, this great world, any country you check, you will see a Biafran in that country. It is called economic exile. For far too long, they have been punishing us. For far too long, they have treated us like the prodigal son in the Bible. A son who left his father's home. A father who was rich. His land was filled with milk and honey. But this son had to leave his father's home just to prove a point. And at the end, you know what happened to that son. He said, I have lived in a foreign land far too long. I am going back to the land of my father to appease my parents and come back to the household. And when he came back, the father and the mother, they were so happy. They slaughtered the best cows, the best rams to invite and welcome their son back home. The same case, the land of Biafra is missing us, the Biafrans. Mama Biafra is calling on us. She is saying you are scattered all across the whole globe. Nigeria has made sure you are on economic exile. It means you have been banished from your land because there is no resources in the land. We have the resources, but we don't partake in the resources. We have the resources, but we don't control the resources. Look at those in Saudi Arabia. They control their resources. That is why they can live like sheikhs. They can live like prince and princesses. Look at Qatar, where Tinubu and his government, they went to go and beg those people because they have oil and they control their oil. They are responsible for the demand and supply of their oil. Oh my God. Oh my God, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. People of Qatar, they don't even have the kind of oil we have, the quality of oil we have in the land of Biafra. After Saudi Arabia, the number 2 oil with the most quality is the one found in the land of Biafra. But the Zoo government and his entourage, they could go to Qatar to go and beg like paupers. Because the oil in the land of Biafra, they are siphoning it every day. They are stealing more than 700 million barrels. I don't know what these guys are stealing from the land. And the land keep on giving. The land keep on producing. The more the land of Biafra produce, the more they steal. My God, have mercy. The pain is too much. 700,000 barrels, someone just told me, they steal every day. But they could carry themselves to Qatar. They go to Kuwait to beg the people. What does Kuwait have that we the Biafrans don't have? That's the question. What does Saudi Arabia have that we the Biafrans don't have in abundance? But they connive with Britain to send us abroad to make sure the Biafrans will leave our land, our home, our ancestral home. They sent us abroad. And guess what? We are still the ones, while being abroad, doing very well, because you know we are children of God. Anything we touch turns to gold. Anything we go into prospers. Akanchawa, hands of blessings. Omoaka, children with handwork. Whatever we touch turns to gold. Any business we embark upon, it is bound to be successful. So even when we find ourselves all across the different countries in the globe, we are still doing well. We are doing business, we are working, we are making money. But our only mistake, my Prime Minister, our only mistake, the only mistake we make while abroad, is that the money we make, the foreign currency we make abroad, we send it back to Nigeria. And indirectly we are helping to stabilize the economy. So that economy should have gone down. I keep saying this, my PM. The economy of that zoo should have gone down long time ago. But we are the ones stabilizing it, because we get all the foreign exchange from all the countries around the globe. Think about it. You go to Brazil, we are there. You go to China, we are there. Singapore, we are there. Australia, Malaysia, Germany, France, New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Greenland, Ireland, Iceland, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Mongolia, Azerbaijan, we are there. Yemen, we are there. Any country you can name in this world, Biafrans are there. Doing business, making money, and sending the money back home. When you send the money back home, you are bringing in the Forex that Cardozo, the CBN governor, is hoping on. How can you be saving the monster killing your people? How can we be, supporting the monster with food that is killing our people? That is the problem. We are sustaining the monster that is killing our people. Nigeria is like a monster stealing the oil and resources from the land of Biafra. When they steal it, when the economy is now supposed to go down because they have stolen the resources, we the Biafrans from abroad, we are sending money back to that land called Nigeria. My Prime Minister, it is time to strangulate them with the final blow. I call it the sucker punch. We must, for 30 days, just 30 days, all the Biafrans, for 30 days, we pick a particular day and we count from that day. When we pick that day, we start to pray the prayers of Paul and Silas. 30 days, no money is sent down to Nigeria. I swear to God and man, I am speaking to you from the authority as an economist. I know it's all about the market confidence. The power of demand. When there is no Forex, they will panic because they have stolen the Forex from Nigeria. They will not bring it out. When they steal the money, they go to buy houses in Dubai, in Kuwait, in Saudi Arabia. So they don't have the money to put into the economy. It is the money we send from all these countries I have mentioned back to Nigeria that is stabilizing the Nigeria. In economics, we call it the invisible hand. Invisible hand. It is controlling the demand and supply. It helps to stabilize the economy. When they have stolen that money, the moment the country is about to go down, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your parents, they call you, uncle, I have not paid school fees, oh, you send them dollars. Uncle, I have not paid for my, car insurance, you send them dollars. Uncle, our roof is broken, you send them dollars. The more you send the dollars, the CBN, they keep the dollars, they now use it to circulate in the economy, and before you know it, there is buoyancy, there is, a balance again in that economy. So we are the ones supporting the continuous stability in that zone. Even though right now the economy is going down, it's in the gutters. My PM, the way they made a food blockade to the Biafrans, the way the Nigerian government, they made a food blockade during the war, no entry of food for 3 years. My PM, it is time for us to blockade that dollar that we are sending back home. It is time for us to blockade that resources we are sending back home. We must stop sending those money back home. 3 months is even too much. I say for 30 days. Just 30 days. All the Biafrans do not send the money for 30 days. They will lose the confidence in the economy of that zoo. And before your eyes, like the walls of Jericho fell down, Nigeria economy will fall down. Once it falls down, it becomes a banana republic. Free for all. Killer be killed. Kamikaze will start taking place. People will be hungry. Now they are hungry. See it in your picture. Look at what they did just yesterday in Nema. They went there, they broke down the warehouse, took the whole food. People in the land, they will now be angry and hungry. A hungry man is an angry man. When they get angry and hungry, they will then go for the politicians because they are the source of their problems. Go to the politicians, bring them down, and you solve your problems. Those politicians, those in government, they should be the ones serving the people. They should be rendering a service to the people. Someone who renders service is a servant. Don't see your politicians as your leaders. They are servants because they are rendering a service. The people should be the ones telling the servants what to do. Through policies, you vote them in to render a service for you. But somehow the Nigerian people and those who believe in one Nigeria, they now see their politicians like their Lord and Master. They respect them. They bow down to them. And I wonder, this is the fundamental problem of the people living in that zoo. We must open their brains and wipe their brains up, wash their brain, and let them to understand that those in power, those in authority, those in the corridors of power, those in government, they are there to serve you. They are there to render a service for you. They should be there to be your boy, to be your servant. They should be there to work for you. They should be there to be an advocate for you. They should be there to be your voice. They should be there to manage and support your interests. They should work according to your interests. They should be there to do what you have asked them to do. They should be there as a delegate sent or delegated by the people. It means the people, they sent you there to do a work for the people. But unfortunately, when you vote them, next thing you are bowing to them. Because of the Almajiri culture, you see them as your Lord and Master. So that is the game the Fulani cabal wants to bring all across Nigeria. Now in the Yoruba land, sadly, you see the Almajiri culture there. The only place you have not seen it yet is in the land of the Biafra. I bring it back home now because we have disciplined our people. Through the sit at home, our Prime Minister was able to prepare the people mentally and physically. Mental toughness. We knew what they did to us for 3 years in the Biafran war. They blockaded the food. There was no food in the land of Biafra. Mental toughness. and physical toughness. We know that every Monday is sit at home, so we are now used to it. And what is happening now in Nigeria is a child's play compared to what we went through in the Biafran war. My fellow Biafrans, I say kudos to you. Kudos to you. The Nigeria you see today, you will see no more. Your freedom is coming. Your freedom is coming. To my PM, I say a big shout out to you. I appreciate the job you are doing. We are proud of you. The economic strangulation that you promised that zoo is happening. It's being fulfilled before our very eyes. But I want to pray. I want to pray that just for 30 days, there are two ways of doing it. When you put excess cash, there is a glut. They will steal the glut. Then the following month, we send no money, they will now struggle. So it's two ways. In economy, it is two ways. In economics, because it's all about demand and supply. If somebody asks for 1 plate of rice and they are hungry, if you feed them 2 plates, they might eat 1.5, then they will stop for that day. Even though you give them 2 plates, but the next day, if they are hungry and you don't give them any food, they will die. That's how it works. So we might pick a particular month. I'm saying 30 days for a reason. Because this Nigerian government does not have the stamina to last for 2 weeks. Nigerian economy does not have the stamina to last for 2 weeks without the inflow of Forex, foreign exchange. Because Nigeria, they import everything. A country that imports everything does not have the stamina for 2 weeks. So if I say for 30 days, which is at least for a month, let us not send a penny. My PM, you give an instruction. Nobody sends a penny to that zoo. If you are in Venezuela, do not send a penny. If you are a Biafran in Germany, in France, in America, do not send a penny to Nigeria for these 30 days. I swear to God and man, the zoo will crumble. Their economy will shrink. Because they are a consumption, they run a consuming economy. That's the, you see, that guy called Peter Obi gets sense small. He almost gave them our secret when he said, let us move that zoo from consumption to production. He almost gave out our secret, but thank God the people did not trust him. We thank God for that, because that could have saved Nigeria. That could have saved Nigeria. If they did that, that could have saved them. But because they are greedy, they love the dollar. They love the power of the dollar. They love the oil in the land of Biafra. They love the dollar that the oil brings. And when the dollar comes in, they steal the dollar. The only thing now running Nigeria is the foreign exchange we, the Biafrans, we send from abroad. If we can hoard for just 30 days, 30 days I played, because I have looked at the economy very well of that zoo. When Tinubu said, subsidy gone, under 7 days, you saw what happened to the prices. Under 7 days, that man said, subsidy gone. It tells me Nigerian economy does not have the buoyancy. It doesn't have the stamina for even 1 week. But I'm saying 2 weeks. So I'm saying for 30 days, if we don't send any money, give it as an instructions to all Biafra, my PM. Explain to them, I'm saying this in the public. Because this thing, when we declare it, it will be declared in the public. I don't care. Let them go and beg our people to send some money. We are saying it in the public. If we declare, this Nigerian economy, I'm saying, the way it's going, it will not last for 1 week. Think about it. When you look at Russia economy, even the Pakistani economy, when they put sanction on them, they still last a bit. But Nigeria has no sanction from the world bodies. And look at the way they are panicking. That somebody said, subsidy gone. Subsidy gone, and you saw the impact before your eyes. You saw the impact. Food price high, fuel price hike, everything. Sellers, the buyers, the sellers, they were confused. There was panic in the land. What if we now say, okay, for the next 30 days, we would not send a penny to that zoo? Call your parents, tell them, say, come on, from the month of, from this time to this time, I will not send any money. After this time, I will send you guys some money. So from now to now, we will not send any money. It will strangulate the economy of that zoo called Nigeria. And the Nigeria you know today, you shall know no more. That's the modern way of fighting. An economic warfare is what they call it. An economic warfare. I rest my case. For those who have ears, let them hear. For those who have ears, let them hear. From me, from here, for now, I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain Biafra, Superstars Media. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Yes.